like it's lining up really nice. Smashed all of this area.
I stay putting in that work. Everything I get, I murk. You can tell by the way I walk, I ain't just talking about it. I stay putting in that work. Everything I get, I murk. You can tell by the way I walk, I ain't just talking about it. I stay putting in that work. I'm up in the morning like 5 in the morning, I'm already on. So when you just getting out of the box, while I'm rounding the corner.
So I have this Jeep Wrangler here. This one got hit in this right front corner. They actually bent the axle. It gets an axle and a bunch of suspension work. But we're still waiting on parts for that. I'm going to go ahead and repair this fender. You can see how this is all twisted up all in this area. Gets a new light. So I'm going to go ahead and start working this fender repair out and get this metal straightened out and get this light fitting correctly. I'm going to go ahead and fit this molding up. I want to make sure this curve right here is correct. Looks like it's lining up really nice. And it looks like my light sits correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and do my plastic work on this corner of the fender. I'm going to put one more thin coat over this. I have a Toyota Corolla here. This one took a good blow to this right rear corner, smashed all of this area. You can see a big knot in the quarter panel from all this shifting. And it's gonna get a new trunk lid. I have new hinges for it, which I'll mount up in there in a moment. And then it's getting a new rear body panel. But first I gotta go ahead and make some pulls. So I'm gonna put this in clamps. They make measurements of where they want these clamps at off of the center of the rear wheel. This one they want at 785 millimeters. So since this is getting a new rear body panel, I'm going to use this to pull off of. I'm going to drill a hole here, and then I'll put a plate on the inside, and I'll use that to pull all this out. That needs to come out a little bit right there. Alright, I got this one all pulled out. My trunk lid is lining up pretty good now. This is a perfect example of why you have to pull it before you cut it apart, because this was about an inch in from the trunk lid, and if I wouldn't have pulled all of this first, if I would have cut this panel off first, I would have had a really hard time getting that to come out because it would have wanted to twist everything. That's why I use this back panel to pull off of. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting this rear body panel off now.